The initial months following Mark's death were a flurry of paperwork, sorrow, and sleepless nights. I honestly don't know how I would have gotten through without Sarah and Jim, my in-laws. They've been total angels, getting Tommy up from school every day so I can concentrate on work. I stop by their house afterward to get him, and every time, they want to give me money. Sarah, really, I can't take this, I told her last week, holding back the envelope she attempted to sneak into my purse. Dakota, sweetie, we want to help, she insisted, her gentle gaze finding mine. We know the insurance company paid well, but your family. Let us do this. She's correct about the insurance. Following Mark's death, the firm paid out $300,000. With that and my job as a marketing manager, we're doing well financially. But it isn't about money for Sarah and Jim. It's about the love they offer us every day. If only my parents were half as supportive. Mom and Dad have always made it plain that my older sister Rachel was their favorite child, and now they prefer her children over Tommy. Last weekend was normal. Tommy was eager to see his grandparents, but Mom was already fussing about his questions after only 20 minutes. Why does the clock make that sound? Tommy inquired, pointing to their antique grandfather clock. How does it work inside? Dakota, can't you control him? Mom groaned and rolled her eyes. He's always asking questions about everything. Rachel's kids never give us this much trouble. Dad nodded in agreement and reached for his laptop. Here, Tommy, why don't you play some games instead? Look, I downloaded some new ones. Tommy, however, did not want to play games. He wanted to communicate, learn, and connect. Meanwhile, Rachel's 3 children sat in the corner, engrossed on their phones and barely noticing anyone's presence. And my parents portrayed this as the perfect behavior. I've learnt to bite my tongue. Growing up as the under-favored child, I became accustomed to these comparisons long ago. Now I just shake my head and remain mute when people compliment Rachel's parenting while condemning mine. At the very least, they help Tommy on occasion, such as watching him when I have late meetings or picking him up if both Sarah and Jim are busy. It was intended to be just another Tuesday dinner at my parents' home. The warning signs were present from the time I went in. Mom had prepared my favorite lasagna, which she generally only cooks when she wants something. Dad was particularly chatty, inquiring about work, Tommy, and pretty much everything. They were building toward something. I simply didn't know what. So, Dakota, Mom remarked gently as she cut her lasagna into beautiful squares. We've been meaning to ask you something. I took a sip of water to brace myself. How much was Mark's life insurance payout? The question struck me like a slap in the face. I nearly choked on my water, taken aback by such a forthright question about something so intimate. Perhaps it was the shock, or perhaps I was simply tired of hiding secrets from my parents, but I responded truthfully. About $300,000, I replied gently. Mom's fork clattered against her plate. Dad's head shot up so swiftly that I felt he could injure himself. They looked at me as if I had just declared I had won the jackpot. Well, Mom began, carefully setting down her fork. What are you planning to do with all that money?